So, welcome to Jumbo IS and welcome to our lecture series called Daily MCQ Practice. In this lecture series, we cover a particular day's current affairs through a set of 4 to 5 MCQs. The purpose of this lecture series is twofold. Number one, we want you to revise your current affairs. You must have read that day's newspaper or you must have watched our daily news in shorts lecture in which we cover a particular day's current affairs. You must have covered all of that. Then you need to revise those current affairs also because or otherwise you'll forget those current affairs. Okay, so revision is very important. The other more important objective of this lecture series is that we want to give you the much needed MCQ practice if you're serious about civil services examination, because if you're serious about prelims exam also. And prelims exam cannot be cleared if you do not have enough MCQ practice under your belt. All right. So, to give you the much needed MCQ practice from current affairs, I'm not talking about static subjects like polity, geography, history. No, just current affairs. To give you the much needed MCQ practice from current affairs, we have come out with this lecture series in which daily we'll spend around 10 minutes. But in those 10 minutes, we'll cover 4 to 5 MCQs from that day. And if you follow this lecture series consistently, regularly, then these 4 to 5 MCQs would add up to 1200 MCQs in 1 year. So by the time you're ready for your next year's prelims examination, you would have 1200 MCQs from current affairs alone. Now that's a lot. Okay. So make sure you make this lecture series a part of your daily routine. All right. Okay. Enough of the introduction. Let's straight away jump to the lecture. Let's straight away jump to question number 1. Consider the following statements regarding Digital Agriculture Mission. It is a 2,817 crore mission entirely funded by the central government. The mission stands on 3 major pillars: AgriStack, Krishi, DSS, and Soil Profile Maps. Under AgriStack, a farmer's registry shall be created which will give unique identification numbers to farmers. How many of the above statements are correct? Now, recently, Union Cabinet has approved Digital Agricultural Mission. This Digital Agricultural Mission is a 2,817 crore mission, right? And the purpose of this mission is to create digital public infrastructure for the farm sector. Okay. Now, this entire amount won't be contributed by central government. Around 1900 crores, around, not the exact number, but around 1900 crores would be spent by central government. Rest would come from states and UTs. Okay. So, entirely funded by central government is wrong. By the way, the total cost of this mission is 2,817 crore. Okay. Now, this mission stands on 3 major pillars. Okay, so this mission has 3 major components. AgriStack would be created, which is a collection of digital technologies to help farm sector. Then we have covered this Krishi decision support system for farmers, online decision support system, and soil profile maps would be created digitally so that policymakers can see those maps and check the soil quality of a particular region. Okay, so this is correct. Now, under AgriStack, a farmer's registry shall be created. And in that registry, every farmer shall be listed down and each farmer will be given a unique identification number. Okay, so as to identify one particular farmer. So a farmer's registry shall be created. This is also correct. So 2 statements are correct, 2 and 3, only 2. All right. Question number 2. Which of the following statements regarding e-Shram portal are correct? It was launched by Labour Ministry in 2021. The aim is to register formal workers so that they can avail benefits of government welfare schemes. The workers will be issued an e-Shram card containing a 12-digit unique number to identify them. So far, more than 30 crore workers have been registered on e-Shram portal. Okay, so select the correct option from below. Now look, there are 2 sets of workers, 2 types of workers. Okay, formal and informal. Now, formal workers have many social security benefits and welfare schemes already for them. They have the benefit of health insurance, pension, okay, EPFO, Employee Provident Fund. So, formal sector workers are already availing these social security benefits. But what about informal workers? Informal workers do not have pension benefits. Okay, who are informal workers? These street vendors, construction workers, right? They don't have these schemes. So to give benefit of these welfare schemes to informal workers, government launched various welfare schemes. But to implement those welfare schemes, government needs to have a list of informal workers, right? Only then can government give them benefits of these welfare schemes for informal workers. So for that, government launched e-Shram portal. It was launched in 2021 by Ministry of Labour and Employment. So yes, But the aim was to register formal workers. No, formal workers are already having benefits of various social security schemes. The aim was to register informal workers so that they can avail benefits of government welfare schemes. Okay. Now, each informal worker registered on eShram portal will get an eShram card, an identification card, like we get the Aadhaar card. On that Aadhaar card, we have that Aadhaar number. Similarly, eShram card will have a 12-digit number. This is also correct. Now, the government recently made an announcement that in the past 3 years, from 2021 to 2024, more than 30 crore workers have already registered on eShram portal. So this scheme has been successful. Okay, so 134 B. All right, question number 3. Consider the following statements regarding the problem of justice delay in India. Over 5 crore cases are pending in different levels of judicial system. Currently in India, the judge to population ratio is 15 to 10 lakh. Which of the above statements are correct? Now, recently, President Draupadi Murmu actually was attending a 2-day national conference of district judges, right? District judiciary. Now, in that conference, she addressed the public, she addressed the members, the attendees, and she said that currently poor people are refraining from going to courts because there is a problem of delay in justice. They get mentally harassed, they get financially harassed because they have to spend a lot of money, and their court cases stretch for a long periods of time. They stretch for years, and they get harassed. That's why they refrain from going to the courts. Now, she named this problem the black coat syndrome, as judges and lawyers wear black coats, right? So she called it black coat syndrome. All right. Now, as far as the data from National Judicial Grid is concerned, over 5 crore cases are pending in different levels of judiciary, district, high court level, Supreme Court. This is correct. And the reason for that pendency is that we have too few judges. Currently, we have 15 judges per 10 lakh people. But the Law Commission actually said in its report that we need to have 50 judges per 10 lakh population. So currently, we have 15 to 10 lakh. This is also correct. Both statements are correct. All right. And last, which of the following countries share their border with Sudan? Currently, a civil war is going on in Sudan. That's why this question. So, which of the following countries share their border with Sudan? Nigeria, Libya, Eritrea, Chad, Ethiopia. Now, the answer to this question is, except Nigeria, all of them share the border with Sudan. And you need to remember this. So, here is the map. As you can see, Sudan shares its border with Egypt, Libya, Chad, Central African Republic, South Sudan, Ethiopia, Eritrea. Okay, it shares its maritime border, not land border, maritime border with Saudi Arabia as well because of Red Sea. Clear? So these are the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 countries with which Sudan shares its land border. All right. So the answer to this question is 2, 3, 4, 5, C. All right. And with that, we conclude today's session. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. And I'm sure it added value to your preparation. I'm sure of it. But it would add more value if you are consistent and regular with this lecture series. Okay, so make sure you do that. And I'll see you next time with MCQs from 4th September 2024's Current Affairs. Thank you, everyone.